Howdy, cowboys and cowgirls. I'm Cowboy Jack, and today I'm really excited. Do you guys like cookies? I love cookies. Do you see where we're at today? We're at the Best Box Bakery in Huntsville, Texas. Wow, that's so cool. They invited us to come in and even learn how to make some cookies. You guys want to learn how to make some cookies? Come on, let's go. All right. Whoa, hey, look, there's a little cowboy here. Hey, buddy. Howdy, how you doing? Oh, wow, what a cool little cowboy. Well, guys, look around this place. This is amazing. There's so much to see. And oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Cowboy Jack.
I'm Annie.
Annie, oh, wow. So this is your bakery.
This is my bakery.
That is so neat. So what are we gonna do today?
Well, I thought today we might learn some ways to bake cookies and be safe in a bakery and maybe decorate some stuff too. Would that be fun?
You're gonna let Cowboy Jack bake some cookies?
I'm gonna supervise Cowboy Jack baking some cookies.
That's a good thing because Cowboy Jack needs some supervision. That's so cool that she invited us here. Let's go check it out.
Come on. First things first, you might want to put on an apron to keep yourself safe and clean.
Hey, you wouldn't want to get any cookies on this beautiful vest of mine, right?
It looks so nice. We want to keep it nice and safe and clean.
I tell you what, the best part of my day is putting on this vest. Let me see here. Are you guys laughing at my hair again? You're always laughing at my hair. I have a hat on, don't judge. All right. Hold on. Before I tie it, I better put this back on.
It's important that you have a hat on because when you work in a bakery, you actually have to wear a hat so you keep all your hair out of anything you're making.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And you also have to have closed-toed shoes on. You make sure that your feet are safe and nothing falls onto the floor.
How do you guys think I look in this nice new apron? I feel like I look fancy. Let's go get some cookie baking done.
Come on.
Wow. So this is like the behind the scenes of the best cookie bakery in Huntsville, Texas.
Oh, stop. Yes, it is. This is behind the scenes, and it's not as fancy as it is up front, but this is where all the fun work gets done.
All right.
Do you want to make some cookies?
Absolutely, that'd be so fun.
First, we got to wash our hands.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, let's head over to the hand sink.
All right. Wow, is this it right here?
This one.
All right.
All right, so here's the deal. You got to get yourself some soap, turn on the warm water, and you need to wash your hands for 20 seconds.
All right, 20 seconds. You guys want to count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, halfway there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Perfect. Nicely done.
Well, I pride myself on being a great hand washer.
You're very, very good. Probably the best I've ever seen.
Wow, thank you for that compliment. It's important to have good, clean hands before you're working with food. Even when you're not at a bakery, if you're just at home. You want to make sure everything is nice and clean so none of the germs that you have on your hands from your whole day of playing gets into the food.
Yep.
All right.
It's my turn to wash. Is that cool?
Okay.
All right.
We can watch her count too.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Wow.
Perfect.
She washed for a full 20 seconds too. So we both have sparkling clean hands.
Clean hands. Okay. I'm actually going to get a pair of gloves because I have longer nails, so I have to make sure that mine are super clean and protected.
Okay, well I keep mine nice and short.
Now I'm gonna come over here and we're gonna make some cookies.
All right, I'm excited. I like eating cookies.
It's gonna be really fun. So, I actually got to measure everything out for you, so you don't even have to count. You just get to pour.
What?
That's fun. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this bowl of butter and put it in the bowl.
You guys see what this is? That looks like 2 big sticks of butter.
2 sticks of butter.
All right, going in the bowl. You guys ready?
Bowl. Perfect.
Boom
Nicely
goes the
done.
butter.
Okay, and then we're gonna add our sugar. So just pour that right on in there.
Wow, that looks like a lot of sugar.
It
You guys
is.
see all that sugar?
Probably wouldn't be good to eat all that sugar at once.
No. I think you'd get a cowboy-sized tummy ache if you ate all this.
Maybe some cavities too.
Ooh, yeah, we know about those.
Okay, I'm gonna cream this together, and that just means that I'm gonna mix it up so that it's nice and all mixed in, and it makes almost like a paste.
Wow, guys, get in close so you can see that
Y'all might have
process.
some of these at home. I'm gonna get this nice and going. It's gonna take a second.
Wow, so that's just butter?
Butter and sugar. See if we can get this mixed up nice and neat. And this is gonna take a little bit. Sorry about that.
This is really exciting. I'm glad you have this electric mixer so you don't have to do it by hand.
Yes, I'm very glad we don't have to do it by hand.
Back in the old times, back when cowboys and cowgirls were out on the range, they might have to mix these up by hand.
Yeah.
You'd have a sore arm by the time you were done.
But you have really strong muscles.
That's true.
Okay, that looks pretty good. So, to this mixture, we're gonna add, if I can get this down. There we go. It did not want to go. We're gonna add our egg.
Wow, you guys
just
see
pop
that?
that
She's
right in
already
there?
cracked an egg into this measuring cup.
Yep.
So that's an egg. You see the different parts. You have the yolk and then the egg white. All right, dump
Yep,
it on in.
Just dump it on in.
Whoop.
Perfect. We're also going to add our baking powder.
Baking powder. Wow, she's got it all measured out in this little bitty dish. That's so
Yep.
neat. I've always seen these little dishes and I never knew what they were for. That's so cool.
A lot of good measuring. That's what it's for.
I thought they were for little bitty birds to drink out of. It's not for little bitty birds?
I guess you could probably use it for a little bitty bird.
I think I'd like to use it for a little bitty bird, but today it's got this baking soda in there. No, baking powder, right?
Baking powder, yep.
Baking powder, those are 2 different
Two
things.
different things, but they both help it rise up and be fluffy.
All right.
Awesome, we're also gonna add the salt to help cut our sugar so it's not too sweet.
All right, there's the salt in
Perfect.
another little bird dish.
And then we're also gonna add our flavorings. We have vanilla and almond.
Vanilla and almond, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like really tasty vanilla. You wouldn't want to taste
You
it by
don't want
itself,
to drink
though.
that one by itself though. It's just for flavoring, and if you take a big old swig of it, you're gonna be sad because it's kind of bitter actually.
When this is almond flavor?
This is almond extract.
Oh wow, I've never even seen that before.
Oh, it's good and it smells really good too.
Wow, that does smell really good. It almost smells like wedding cake.
Mm-hmm. That's what they use for wedding cake. Okay, we're gonna put this back in. This one's kind of stiff. All right, we're gonna turn this back on and we're gonna mix this all together. And you'll see it's kind of getting nice and mixed.
Wow, so that egg is getting all mixed in
egg
with
is
the
gonna
butter,
mix
the
it.
flour, the almond, the sugar.
Yep.
This will make your head spin. There's so
It
many
will.
ingredients going together.
Perfect. And here's a little trick for you at home. We also need to kind of scrape these sides. See how the butter got up really tall?
Oh yeah.
We need to scrape the sides to make sure that we get everything mixed in really nice and smooth.
That's so cool. Miss Annie's teaching us all the tricks of the trades, and I bet she knows one or two.
I learned them from my mom, who's the other owner of this bakery.
That is so cool. So you own this place with your mom and y'all work together.
Together.
That's so neat.
It's really fun. It's been quite an adventure together.
And you guys have been here 5 years, right?
5 years. In June, we celebrated our 5th birthday here in the shop.
How many cookies do you think you guys have baked?
Man, it must be over 50,000.
50,000 cookies. That's about how many I eat in a weekend. You shouldn't eat that many. It'll make your tummy not feel good.
We've made a lot of cookies. I bet it's way more than that. That's just a rough estimate. All right, we're gonna make sure this is nice and mixed. See how it's a little bit like more liquidy?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna add our flour, and that is going to help make it into more of a dough. Okay, so little by little, we're gonna add this flour. You can't add it all at once or it's gonna go shooting up into your face and you're gonna be covered with flour.
Okay.
But we're gonna add just a little bit at a time, maybe like a third of what you have or a fourth, and then we're gonna mix it together.
Okay, how about I just add it real slow and you tell me?
All right, you go for it.
I'm not real good at these types of things.
That's okay.
Cowboy Jack
Just
has a
keep
reputation
going.
of being a little bit like a bull in a china closet sometimes.
Keep going, keep going. Okay, we're gonna pause and
All
we're
right.
gonna mix this up.
Now see guys, look, that was seriously just about a third of what we had there, just like she
Yep.
said. That's so neat. And all this is flour. If you've never seen flour before, it's a really fine white powder that you use in a lot of cooking.
Yep. And you probably have some in your kitchen right now, so maybe you can ask your mom and dad to show you what it looks like.
Yeah, and you want to make sure you don't play with it by yourself. It'll get everywhere.
It gets everywhere.
So whenever you want to look at something in the kitchen, you always ask mommy or daddy for help.
Yep. All right, let's add a little bit more.
All right.
Perfect. Okay, we're gonna mix this up. See how it kind of shoots up? We don't want it to get all over our face.
It would look like it was snowing in here. After the last winter us Texans had, we don't want that.
Oh, we don't want any more snow, do
No,
we?
no, no. We had enough snow for a long time.
All right, let's add a little bit more.
All right.
Perfect. Nice.
All right. So what are we doing now?
So now we have our dough, so it's time to roll it out. So what we're
Okay.
gonna do is it can't quite fit a whole thing in here. So we're just going to put this in the middle, and then we're gonna take this piece of parchment, we're gonna put it on top of it, and this way it keeps it nice and clean. We're gonna roll this out. So you have a nice flat
Wow.
piece of dough.
I get it. So these pieces here
Yeah.
keep it at a consistent thickness so you don't
Yes.
get lumpy cookies.
So you don't get lumpy cookies. So
Okay.
the key to cutting out cookies is to make sure that you work from the edges in, because you don't want to just take one and go right in the middle and now you can only do one cookie.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you want to start from the edge and work your way in.
Wow, look at that.
So that way you can fit probably 3 of those cookies in there.
Okay.
There you go. I'm gonna give you that and I'm gonna go get a tray real quick.
All right. Wow. You guys see what shape this is? One of my favorite shapes. Boy, it's fun to be Cowboy Jack when you come to the cookie bakery because they give you the state of Texas. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put it right on the edge. Like she said, I'm gonna try to try to position it to where I can fit the most cookies out of it. Whoa, looky there.
Perfect.
I
And
just-
it might come up with you, but that's okay. Oh, just kidding, you got it.
I'm a
Nice.
natural cookie
You
cutter.
are, very nice.
All right, and here's a cowboy hat. Wow, that's really cool. All right, let's make this cowboy hat. And you just push it down firmly. Make sure it goes all the way through like she said. And I'm gonna pull it back up. Whoa,
Nice. So now we're gonna use our little spatula and scoop them up.
whoa.
We're gonna put them on the tray. And we have a convection oven, which blows air all around the oven. So you're not just concentrating on one space in the oven. So it means that there's a big fan in there and it makes the paper shake. So you kind of have to place your cookies on the edges first to make sure that the paper doesn't go everywhere.
Okay.
There's little
So what's
tricks of the
special
trade.
about that kind of oven? Does it cook
It
faster?
cooks faster and it cooks at a more consistent way, and it makes it so that you don't have to cook as hot.
Oh,
So,
okay.
for instance, it's about 25 degrees less than what your home kitchen oven would be. So if I baked these at home, I would have to bake them at 350.
Mm-hmm.
But if I bake them here, I get to bake them at 325
Oh wow,
because
and it cooks a lot
evenly.
faster.
Mm-hmm.
That's so neat. So when you're cooking cookies at home, that's kind of hard to say. Cooking cookies at home, you'd have to cook them for a little bit longer and at a higher temperature. But this kind of oven circulates the air all around it. It's
Yep.
kind of like putting it in the desert where all the wind
Everything's
and
gonna
everything
get
is
it.
getting nice and hot and even.
Yep.
All right.
Very good. Okay.
Sorry, Cowboy Jack will talk your ear
No,
off.
that's great. That's great. Let's get these rolled out. All right, how about you roll one out now?
Whoa, that surprised me.
It is a magnet, so you
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
So I just put it right down?
Put it right in the middle and scoot outward and then inward. Perfect. Nice.
This is so cool. One day you've never made cookies, the next day you're rolling them out in a professional bakery. That's so cool.
Next day you're a pro.
I don't know about a pro, but I'm being taught by a pro. All
Okay,
right.
which one's up next? I think you might only have space to do 2.
I've got to make another Texas. I can't help myself. Ooh. All right, this time
Nice.
it came out.
Okay, that's okay. We're just gonna take our sheet.
Look at that, I got a Texas on the go.
Just put it right there and press it on out. Awesome.
All
Nice.
right. Now, I don't know if I have room for a circle or a cowboy hat, but let's give it a shot.
Let's kind of see.
Oh, there it is.
Perfect.
Got one more cowboy hat coming up.
Nice.
All right, where's that spatula thing we used?
Put it over here. Here you go.
Look at this. Spatulas are really versatile. You can use them for a lot of different things in the
Lots of
kitchen.
things.
I use them for making pancakes on Saturdays with Cowboy Kate. But today we're using it to get this cookie right off of this parchment paper. Ooh.
I know, it's a little tricky. You kind of have to get under it.
Okay, I was under the, I was moving it out of the way.
You're
There's
good.
more than one way to skin a cat.
There is. Awesome. So
In the middle, or?
So what I like to do is flip it onto my hand.
Okay.
It makes it a little bit easier to place, and then put it right in the middle.
Whoop.
Nice. So it's gonna hold down everything really nicely.
Okie
And then we'll
dokie.
put these in the oven, and then I'll show you how to ice them.
Whoa, that's the fun stuff when we get to
Fun.
ice them. All right.
Perfect, perfect. Let's see.
All right, well, where's this oven at?
This is our oven, and we're actually gonna need to turn this on and get this heated up. So I will put this down here for now. And we'll set this to the right temperature, 325 like I said earlier.
Oh yeah.
And we just hit on.
Wow,
And this is our oven.
That's so neat, guys.
There's a lot of different racks in here. You see the big top fan?
Oh yeah, so that's the
Yep.
convection part
That's
of
the
it.
convection part. And we have a nice thermometer in there to make sure that everything is the right temperature, because sometimes the reading on an oven isn't totally correct. So we have
Okay.
to make sure twice.
So guys, there's a couple of things we need to talk about as far as safety. You would never go into an oven or open an oven without adult supervision.
Correct.
Better yet, you should probably just leave it to an adult. So you can help with all the fun stuff of actually making the cookies and icing them. But whenever it comes to time to use the oven, let an adult do it. It's a lot safer and a lot more fun overall.
Perfect. You're right. So we'll let this get up to temperature, and then we'll bake our cookies, and then we'll ice them.
Wow, all right.
Awesome.
All
ready
right,
to
wow,
start?
so these cookies already came out of the oven.
Yes, so good.
So cool. So what are we doing now?
Okay, so now we get to ice them. So this is a fun part.
Okay.
So first we have to make some colors. We have 3 different colors that we're gonna do. I figured we could do the Texas, a blue color,
Absolutely.
and then maybe the cowboy hat, a brown, and then white for the circle.
That sounds fantastic.
Okay, do you want to mix this up for me? I put some
Yeah.
blue in here.
All right, so what do I
Perfect.
do? Just stir it around?
So just start stirring. Don't get too crazy or you're gonna splash it everywhere, but you're doing pretty good.
Wow, look at that really vibrant blue color we've
Be
got.
sure to mix it all the way to the bottom so you don't get all the white at the bottom. Perfect.
All right. Boy, this is a harder job than I thought it would be.
You gotta use some muscles in there.
I tell you what, Cowboy Jack is running slim on those right now.
I'm gonna mix up some brown. And if you need it to be a little bit thinner, we can add some water to it and it'll help thin it out. Oh, it's not that bad.
She says it's not that bad.
Awesome. Actually, I am gonna add some water to it because it's a little thick for my taste.
Why don't you hit me with a little water too?
Perfect.
There we go.
So nice
Oh
and
yeah.
thin.
Now we're cooking with peanut oil.
Okay, so I have my brown done. I'm gonna go ahead and mix up this white too. You might be thinking, but the icing's already white. Why are we coloring it even more? And that is because this white is way more vibrant. You see how nice it is?
Oh wow, I see what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
So the icing is naturally a white color, but it doesn't really have that extra pop
It needs
to
the
it.
pop of this white. So
How's my blue mixed up?
Your blue is perfect. I think you're done with that one.
I still see some chunks in there. Is that okay?
That's okay. We won't use it all, so it'll be okay.
Whew. Thank
Okay.
goodness, my arm is tired.
So whenever I train my girls to ice, I like to use circles because they're the easiest one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little dab of icing on our spatula. We're gonna put it in the middle, and then we're gonna use the edge of the cookie to kind of guide it around and fill in all the space.
Wow, Miss Annie's making that look so easy. That's not fair.
Well, I have been doing this for a long time, so it's okay. All right, so sometimes you need a little bit more. See how it's kind of thin?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you might need a little bit more. Mix it all in there. Scrape it nice. Okay, and then you don't want too much on there because it takes too long to dry. So you'll scrape off the side. Scrape it off. And there you go.
Wow.
You have an iced cookie.
Look at that. It's all flattened out and everything. She's a real cookie artist. That is so cool.
You want to give it a go?
I'll give it a go.
I
but
bet you can.
That's a tough act to follow. I'm going to do my best. You guys ready to ice this cookie with me? All right, so I'm just going to take a little bit like this.
Uh-huh. Put it right in the middle and then scrape it to the edge. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, see, Cowboy Jack's cookie isn't looking as pretty as yours is.
That's okay. Everybody has to start somewhere, right? Nice. Yours is looking really good.
Hey, look at that. I might be a natural after all.
You need a job?
Hey, Cowboy Jack's Bakery coming to a town near you. You never know.
That looks good. Nicely done.
Ooh, my edges aren't as sharp as yours.
That's
but-
okay. Just keep scrolling along. Perfect.
Whoop. Okay.
I
what do you
like it.
think?
It looks good.
Look, it's not the best looking cookie in the box, but it's not terrible either. I'd still eat it.
All right, let's step up our game. All right, this one's gonna be a little bit challenging because it has a bunch of indents in it. It's not just a circle where you can just drag along. There's a bunch of different little parts of its shape. So, this is a little bit of a challenge.
Well, that's good because it's always good to challenge yourself. If you get into the rhythm of things being too easy, you'll forget how to work hard.
I like that. All right, so I have to get my spatula in the weird little indentions.
Wow, some people paint on a canvas. This artist paints on cookies and she does a great job of it.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna clean that up, and there you go.
Look at that.
You wanna try that one?
This one's even a little bit more tricky. Only one way to find out if I can do it.
I
is
bet
to
you
get
can.
right in there. Okay.
This is the best way to learn when there's no pressure. Just fun. Better watch out, you're about to get some on your fingers.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Icing's trying to escape.
That's okay. You can always take some off and scrape some.
Boy, this is not a cowboy hat I would buy. Guys, this is so tricky. She made it look really easy. I thought I was going to have no problems at all. Look at it. It's running down my fingers. Oh, wow.
Here, I'll get you a towel real fast.
Well, I think I managed to make the ugliest hat in the shop.
Oh, don't you worry. We've had some interesting cookies around here in my day.
I think that's about as good as it's going to get.
That's fun.
That's no Stetson, but it's still a cowboy hat.
Here you go.
All right.
All right, here's the real challenge though, Texas.
Hey, you know the good thing about putting icing on a Texas cookie?
Can't go wrong because it's still Texas.
There is no way to mess up Texas.
Texas is the best, I gotta tell you. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Okay, Texas is always kind of a nemesis of people, of our cookie icers. They get a little irritated with Texas because there's so many different little parts to it. So let's see.
That's a really pretty blue color.
It is pretty. You did a great job.
See, left you some clumps there.
That's okay. We'll cover it up and then we'll scrape off the bad part.
That's why I'm a cowboy, not a cookie baker.
All right. Oh. See if they'll pass it over. All right, see how it's kind of fat? And there's a lot of icing on there?
Yeah.
So I gotta take some of that off, or else it'll take too long to dry and then we won't be able to ice or to decorate it. So let's get some of that extra stuff off. Clean up our edges a little bit. Clean up the Gulf Shore. And there you go.
Oh, wow, that is a great looking Lone Star cookie.
Your turn.
Whew, okay, I'm up for it. Like I said, the worst that could happen is I have a not so pretty cookie, Texas cookie, but it's still a Texas
pretty,
cookie.
still Texas.
All right, I'm gonna start right in Huntsville where we are today, right about there.
Excellent.
I might be a little bit too far east.
That's okay.
I don't think you guys want a geography lesson while I'm trying to ice this.
Watch out, you're gonna lose it.
Goodness, that's the Red River running away from me.
Maybe we should have done a geography lesson while we're doing this.
Well, I am currently messing up Abilene. And
Sorry, Abilene.
Now I'm gonna come over here and see what I can do to the Big Bend area. And then, whoop. Sorry, Rio Grande Valley. Oof.
It looks pretty good.
I think I better keep my day job as a cowboy.
You're welcome back here anytime to help us with cookies.
Well, I appreciate it, but I don't think your customers would appreciate it. All right, Texas, I surrender. Remember the Alamo, guys. Remember the Alamo.
Perfect. Now we just have to wait for these to dry and then we can decorate them.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So, what do we do while we wait for them to dry?
Maybe we could ice some cupcakes.
Oh, I was gonna say twiddle our thumbs. Icing cupcakes would be really fun. Let's do that.
We don't like to waste time around here.
Oh, okay. Cowboy Jack likes to waste time. That's kind of my thing.
Okay.
But let's ice some cupcakes. All right, so icy cupcakes.
Yes, cupcakes are our other thing that we do a lot. And this is a vanilla cupcake and chocolate cupcakes. You're my absolute favorite.
Wow.
I think the chocolate's my favorite though, so.
I like chocolate, but I also really like vanilla.
It's hard. You know, a cupcake is a cupcake. It's gonna be good no matter what.
I've never met a cupcake I didn't like.
That's
fair.
I
think it shows.
Let's decorate some cupcakes.
All right.
So, when I was taught how to do this, I was taught to always squeeze with my non-dominant hand and kind of direct with my dominant hand.
Okay, non-dominant, that would be, so for me, I'm right-handed. So my dominant hand is my right hand. My non-dominant hand is my left hand.
Same for me.
Okay, so I would squeeze with my left hand.
Squeeze with our left hand and we're gonna kind of draw with our right hand.
Okay.
So we're going to, see how this has like a cool tip on it?
Yeah.
It's gonna make it really pretty and have these cool swirls to it. So I'll show you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around, make kind of a circle, and then we're gonna build up on top of it. Whoop.
Wow.
There you go.
That's another thing that she makes look too easy, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Then you can throw some sprinkles on it or anything
I
like
love
that.
sprinkles. Let's do some sprinkles.
Okay, so you try this.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get some sprinkles, and then we can decorate some more cupcakes.
All right, this is gonna be a real adventure. You guys ready? I'm gonna go around like she's, I'm already doing it wrong. I was using the wrong hand.
Yep, gotta use the left hand.
Okay.
There you go.
Going around.
Make yourself a nice circle and kind of build up on it. All right, nicely done.
Whoop, I tried to make the Dairy Queen dip. Everybody in Texas loves the Dairy Queen dip, right?
Everyone loves the Dairy Queen dip.
Let me just knock it down. That looks real silly. Okay.
You want to try the other two?
Absolutely, that was a lot of
Perfect.
fun. Wow.
Nice. I like it.
It's not the prettiest, but it still has icing all
Hey, it'll
over
be
it.
tasty.
Stop running away from me, cupcake.
Sometimes you need a buddy to hold the cupcake for you.
Whoops.
That's
Oh,
okay.
I'm backtracking.
That's okay. Keep going over it.
This one's gone down a bad road.
I like it though. We'll put some sprinkles on it.
Guys, look at that. That is one sad looking cupcake, but we're gonna make it pretty
Look,
with
it's gonna
some
be
sprinkles.
pretty. Look, here we go. Yay, now you never know.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
And since I have the gloves on, I'm gonna grab the sprinkles if you don't mind. Since it's a communal tub, I wanna make sure everybody's safe and healthy.
Those sprinkles are really fun.
You ready to get decorating?
All right, so we're gonna decorate them?
We're gonna decorate them.
Okay.
So, the fun part about decorating is that you can basically do whatever you wanna do. I'll show you what I like to do on the cowboy hats or maybe Texas, and then you get to just decide what you want to do also.
Ooh, I'm gonna use my own creativity to come up with something.
So for me, I really like to put on these cowboy hats, I like to put a nice little, I don't know.
Oh, I like that blue hat band
Blue
right
hat
there.
band, yeah, there we go.
That's
the
so
word.
cool.
And then I also like to put some stitching around the brim. So the way I do it is I just kind of draw a few little lines around, and you kind of have to imagine what something would look like if it was here in real life.
Wow, that's really cool. That's just like the stitching right around the brim of my hat.
Yeah.
All right.
And maybe for Texas, since Texas is my home, I like to write home across it.
Oh, wow, you're gonna have to do that one more time because that is really cool.
Okay, we'll do this one more time. And then maybe you can do the other three. Home.
Wow.
Home sweet
guys,
Texas.
You see that? I mean, she made that look so easy. I could spend all day with a pen and paper and I couldn't write it that pretty. And you just did it on a cookie. That is so cool.
It's been a long time. We've been doing this for a long, long time. Okay, well, you try. You get to play now.
Oh, all right.
Let's see. Here, I'll get the icing out of your way. What do you think you're gonna do?
All right, so this one, I'm gonna write Cowboy Jack, my name on it right here. Do I still have to squeeze it with my non-dominant hand?
Yep, still squeezing with your left, and you kind of write with your right hand.
Okay. Here goes nothing.
You got it.
Ooh. Boy, that is not looking good. That looks like it says Cow Bay. All right, let me put my last name, Jack. I'm glad we have other cookies. This is not working out good.
This is just for fun.
Ooh, that K is really sad.
There you go.
All right, cowboys and cowgirls, you see, it says Cowboy Jack, and that's why you need to pay good attention and work really hard in school so your handwriting doesn't end up looking like mine.
I like it. Let's
All
see.
right.
Maybe you could write howdy across that one.
Okay, let's write howdy. Let's try my penmanship one more time. All right, here comes howdy on this cookie. That's what they really like to say in College Station, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Might run out of room here.
Awesome.
Hey, you never know, that might be your best seller
That's
yet.
great. I love that.
You guys see, it says howdy.
Howdy.
And again, that's a perfect example of why you want to try really hard in school. Whenever the teacher is teaching you handwriting, make sure to pay attention so you can make pretty letters like this and not like Cowboy Jack does.
Okay, why don't we try something that's not writing? Why don't you try doing that?
Okay, I can try that. This gives me a little bit more artistic influence here.
The writing is probably one of the hardest things we have to do. And it probably needs a little bit of a wipe also, because it crusts over really quickly.
All right.
There you go.
Cowboy hat stitches. Ooh, I'm messing these up too.
Nah, they look good.
Are you guys laughing at me? I've never done this before. It's not as easy as she makes it look. The important part is that we're having fun and we're trying something new.
Oh yes. Art is all about trying something new.
All right, well now that the stitching is done, let me try one of those blue hat bands. Whoops.
You might have to wipe that one too, since it crust over so fast. Perfect.
Alrighty. Whoop.
Nice.
There we go.
Woo!
All right. I didn't mess up the hat band. It finally
looks
came out good.
great.
Wow, it looks
Oh
tasty
my
too.
goodness. You're gonna really enjoy eating those cookies.
That is so cool.
And you get to know that you made these, so it's fun.
Hey, that was a lot of fun. We went through the whole process of making cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them look a little better than others. I'm not going to point fingers, but somebody's better at decorating. All right, cowboys and cowgirls. Wow, we've had a great time here at the Best Box Ever Bakery in Huntsville, Texas. It's been so much fun. Miss Annie taught me all about making cookies and how we mix dough together and measure everything out. And then we even got to ice cupcakes and cookies. That was so much fun. And we also learned some things about safety in the kitchen, because you don't want to ever touch an oven. You let adults do that. And also with the tools like the mixer, that can be dangerous too, so you need to steer clear of that. It's always fun to watch, but not always the best idea to touch. So anyways, I hope you had a great time with us today. I know I had a blast. So if you did, make sure to click subscribe to Cowboy Jack on YouTube. And I hope to see you again real soon. But until next time, yeah!